Welcome to the For Listeners program. Welcome aboard, everybody. Thanks for checking us out this week. What up, everybody? I'm Spear. On the mics with me this week is the Z-Man. What is up, Z?
You're so vain. You probably think this song is about you. You're so vain. I'll bet you think the song is about you. Don't you? Don't you?
Wow. Okay.
I know you like it when I go there.
Woo! Good job. On the other mic is the mighty Ganthor. What is up, Ganthor?
What's up, buddy? Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you.
How was it?
I had a nice vacation. Nice
Get
vacation out to what's that?
Did you get laid?
I did. I went to Florida with my kid. You don't get.
Doesn't mean you can't get laid.
Yes, it does. Yes,
Why?
it does. There's no other way to do that. It's just not the way it
He
works.
goes to bed, you go knock on the neighbor's door.
You can't knock on the neighbor's door and leave your kid alone in a hotel room.
Well, you bring
Sure you
her into
can.
the room.
You
dude.
can't
Kids,
bring her into the room either.
Kids sleep through everything.
No.
Then go into the bathroom.
All right.
Why do we have to explain this to you?
Because you guys are idiots. That's why. Let's just move on. This week, something must be done about celebrity autobiographies. Ganthor,
What?
what don't we like about celebrity autobiographies?
Well, the fact that they're being written, that's what I don't like. Majority of the ones that I've come across are just wastes of paper. The paper would be better off in a bonfire than putting down the words of these assholes.
I don't know if I have as much of a problem with them being written as I do with them being read. Like, you have to be a special kind of idiot to want to read about the vapid life of a celebrity. And I say vapid because that's the only other way you can describe why you would want to write one of these things in the first place. Like, what makes your life so much more interesting than anybody else? You didn't invent anything.
To the point that somebody's going to go buy a book. Not just a magazine like Us Weekly or whatever, but
Sure.
a book, a full-on book.
Right. Yeah, I don't mind a magazine article. Right, a magazine article about a celebrity. That's not all right. Maybe that's not so bad. Maybe a little insight, a peek into their life. Maybe.
Why would you want that, though?
I don't know. But a whole fucking 300-page book.
Yeah, there's no reason for that. But apparently there are so many of them that Amazon has its own dedicated category to it.
Ugh.
Yeah, and the list goes
Let's
on
see.
and on.
Biographies and memoirs, leaders and notable people, rich and famous.
You know what shows up right at the top of this fucking list? Trump, The Art of the Deal.
No, he's not at the top. At the top is the Magnolia Story.
I don't even know what that
Chip and
is.
Joanna Gaines. They have a TV show.
Who?
Chip and Joanna Gaines. They have a TV show. There's a family or a couple or a person or whatever, and Chip and Joanna show them 3 houses, and they pick which one they like, and then Joanna and Chip redo it, and it turns out beautiful and fantastic. And
So these aren't even real celebrities. They're reality TV stars.
yeah, that's
worse.
exactly right. So the show. I watched the show. I'm not gonna try and hide from it, but I'm not gonna read their damn book.
No,
That's like we're reading like Kate Moss8's book and reading all her craziness.
I mean, what else are you going to learn from the book that you don't see by watching the goddamn show? I mean, the reality TV stars expose their whole goddamn lives.
Would you read a Honey Boo Boo biography?
No.
You name anybody famous, I will not read their book.
I mean, Khloe Kardashian has one on here.
Do you want to just go through a list of them?
Yeah, Khloe Kardashian, Kristen Cavallari,
Burt Reynolds, Nikki Sixx, Rob Lowe.
I would read
O.J.
Rob Lowe's.
Simpson.
Why would you? What are you going to learn about Rob Lowe? Like, what is interesting to you that you would read Rob Lowe's book?
I don't know. That's why I would read it, though.
I mean, the only reason to read Rob Lowe's book is to see if you learn the secret of how he stays so goddamn like young looking. Like, where did he find the fountain of youth? That motherfucker.
Facials.
Facials. Yeah, right. What's the number of his goddamn plastic surgeon? Holy shit. The man is unnaturally handsome. I don't mind saying that. He's unnaturally handsome.
If you think he's good looking, check him out in a new show called You, Me, and the Apocalypse. He is a priest in it. And yeah, he looks good in that too. It's amazing.
He doesn't age. It's the strangest thing.
He looks identical to what he did in West Wing. Was that 15 years ago?
That's what I'm saying. The West Wing was 99. Fucking... I would read his book only to discover how he manages to stay looking exactly the same.
There
He's
you
not
go.
going to tell you that. Oh, dude, come on. Here's another one. Sadie Robertson. Do you know who she is?
No, who the fuck is that?
She's the daughter of one of the dudes from Duck Dynasty.
So is she even on the show?
Sometimes she's a bit part. But listen to the title. Live Original, How the Duck Commander Teen Keeps It Real and Stays True to Her Values.
Oh my God.
Like, I would read that just so I can mock it, though.
Yeah, but
Right, but there's
why
so many
does it
other
even
things-
need to be written? Like, who greenlights this stuff? Who's buying
There's
these
so many
things?
other-
What's the target market?
Yeah, there's so many other books that are higher on my list than that. But if I were to read it, I'd read it for the same reason I would watch that show, is to mock it.
Yeah, but you're going to spend the time. Like, look, if you're watching a
I'm not
TV
gonna
show,
spend time.
like if you were watching a TV show, you could watch it for 22 minutes and then be done with it. A book is more than a 22-minute investment in
Yeah.
time.
No, I wouldn't do it.
What if I bought it for you?
I
If
wouldn't
you-
read it.
No,
What would you do with it?
I would regift it.
I would use it for toilet paper.
No, man, that's just gonna hurt your ass.
Yeah, that would be rough.
I
That'd
would
be the-
still do it. It'd be very symbolic.
Burn it.
I would,
Or I would burn it.
I would regift it. I would give it to somebody as a gag gift.
Nikki Sixx, The Heroin Diaries. Oh, that's original. Jackass.
So here's the thing: if there are any types of people that I would read an autobiography for, like I would like to read an autobiography of maybe somebody who fought in a war, like a general or somebody who had like an impact on world events.
There are plenty of those.
Well, sure, because I would like to see like their perspective on something that happened that was important in this world. You know, maybe a doctor or an inventor, somebody who maybe contributed or made stuff in this world. You know, those I think might be interesting.
Would you read your mom's book? Don't dodge. Come on. Would you read your mom's book?
Which mom are we talking about? My real mom or the fictional mom that you guys?
Your show mom.
My show mom? No, I would not read my mom's book. I don't need
not,
to know
dude?
the sordid tales.
Dude, I would read it.
You're probably in it.
I would share bits of it with you when you least expect it, so you couldn't unhear them or walk away. That's what I would do if your mom's book was published.
Reading me passages.
Mm-hmm.
Ganthor slid his long manhood into my. Oh God, I can't
See,
even finish
that takes too long. What I'd also do, I would just read out names. I would just name a name like Carrot Top, and then you'd spend a week or a month thinking about how your mom banged Carrot Top.
The people who seem to write the best autobiographies are comedians, because at least they know how to tell a funny goddamn story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I read Jim Norton's book. I forget which one. Jim Norton's a comedian. He was on the Opie and Anthony show. Now it's the Opie and Jim show or whatever. Reading his book, if you know his comedy, is just like reading a long drawn out stand up act of his, and you can see where the influences come from or what have you. And he's very funny. The other one that I have is Lewis Black has an autobiography, and I have his audiobook, and that was fun because it's just Lewis.
Yeah, I
Black.
like him.
It was Lewis Black reading his own book, so it was just him doing an extended stand-up act for hours.
Can you imagine like Khloe Kardashian's autobiography being read by Khloe Kardashian and trying to listen to that?
Oh my God.
Like how that's got to be like the definition of torture. Like that would be like illegal under the Geneva Convention, right? That's cruel and unusual punishment.
Forget waterboarding. Forget
Yeah.
anything else they do at Guantanamo Bay. That's what they should do. Holy shit!
That would be funny.
The funny part about Khloe Kardashian or anybody from the Kardashians or anybody of that like fucking millennial generation is why in the hell are they writing autobiographies?
Money.
I mean, Justin Bieber has.
Dude, they're
What?
Madras.
They write the book, and they write the book.
You know he didn't write the book. He's not
Well,
writing
he
the book.
ghost
Come
wrote.
on.
He ghost wrote.
I don't care whether or not he wrote it or it was ghostwritten. The fact is, this book exists, and it's 240 pages of his life story. Do you know when the book was published? When he was 16. What the fuck?
Yeah. What's a 16-year-old? How old was Anne Frank? She's the only one that age whose book should have been published and read when people paid attention to it. Nobody else.
Oh man.
Certainly not Justin Bieber.
I don't know. I wonder why. I'll say it again. I wonder why anybody buys these things. You know what it might be. It might be for the pithy titles, because every one of these autobiographies has a little bit of let's say a little bit of a tie to the thing that made so and so famous. Like Davy Jones's autobiography is entitled "They Made a Monkey Out of Me." See what they did there?
I get it.
See what they did there? Yeah.
Hey, we're the monkeys.
Yeah, that's right. Gene Simmons.
Say we monkey around.
Here's a good one. Gene Simmons
We're
is
too busy singing.
Oh, there we go.
Put anybody down. Hey, we're the monkeys.
Look, check out the pipes on Ganthor.
I don't remember.
I'm just letting it go.
And play.
Come and see us watch. Come and watch us sing and play.
Okay. I used to watch that show as
We're
a kid.
young generation. We got something to say.
Hey, we're the monkeys.
All right. I gotta call it at some point there, Ganthor.
Why, dude? Have fun singing with me. Come on. Ready?
No.
Lead us in, Z. 1, 2, 3.
Here we come.
Walking down
the street.
street.
Get the funniest looks from everyone we meet.
Hey, we're the monk. Spear, I don't hear you.
You're not gonna hear me, Ganthor.
Oh, God. Such a dick. That's why you don't get laid.
That's exactly the reason why. That's exactly the reason
You're
why.
hideous.
Gene Simmons has an autobiography. It's entitled "Kiss
Two
and
parts.
Make Up." What?
I said you were hideous. Did I hurt your feelings?
That's
I'm sorry.
great. No, it doesn't hurt my feelings. I don't care.
That was wrong of me. I apologize.
It doesn't matter. Gene Simmons has an autobiography entitled "Kiss and Make Up."
Gene Simmons is just a marketing guru. He'll put his name on anything and people will buy it.
Yep. You put "Kiss" on it, people buy it.
Why? They're not even that good.
Oh God.
Have you ever seen him live?
Nope.
I have, yeah.
It's a pretty entertaining show.
Yeah, it's a good show. It's a good show. Lance Bass has a autobiography entitled "Out of Sync," a memoir.
I see what he did.
See what you did there? Colonel Harlan Sanders has an autobiography from Kentucky Fried Chicken.
What?
Has a book called "Life as I Have Known It Has Been Finger Licking Good."
He did it.
That's terrible. I hate all this stuff. If you have a title like that, so that's the second part of my rating system. And when I enhance it, it's going to be exclamation point followed by punny titles.
Oh, hold on. It gets better, dude.
No, it gets worse.
No, hang on.
Sure of that.
Boy
sure
George has an autobiography called "Take It Like a Man." The autobiography of Boy George.
That's what is that? Double entendre.
Yep. Probably the best two on here are Todd Bridges from Different Strokes has an autobiography entitled "Killing Willis: From Different Strokes to the Mean Streets to the Life I Always Wanted."
I don't get it.
I don't get it either, but my favorite here is Judge Judy has a book entitled "Don't Pee on My Leg and Tell Me It's Raining."
See, that's a stupid phrase or catchphrase that she uses on her show, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I was reading something that said that a uncomfortably large percentage of the United States population thinks that Judge Judy's on the Supreme Court.
Oh God. Maybe they should read this fucking book.
That's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing.
See, for listeners, Celebrity Consulting, we do a good job. Come to us if you're thinking about writing a book. We'll give you the answer. The answer's going to be no, but
Right.
there may be a few people whose books I would read. And I'm trying to think of a good one right now.
I mean, unless it was Tina Fey would be the only one. Like, I never read Bossy Pants, but everyone tells me it's fantastic. Do either of you guys read Bossy Pants?
No.
I have not.
I
I'm
don't
currently
like the
doing
title.
the Aziz one, the romance one.
But he's a
They're
comedian.
all too young.
Hmm?
They're all too young.
But is that the Aziz one? Is that a novel or is that an autobiography?
It's a novel. He's doing the romance. This is the one that we told you to listen to. It tells you how romance works in the current generation.
Right. So like I don't mind that, right? I mean, if Aziz is writing a novel, he at least is a comedian and a writer, right? So there's probably something to that.
I'm trying. I
can just
can't think of somebody whose book I would read.
Nick Offerman writes a book. Did you read it?
I don't know who
But
that
it-
is.
What's his name? From Ron from
Ron Swanson from Parks and
Ron
Rec.
Swanson, Parks and Rec. Yeah.
No, I would not read his book.
I'd read Sammy Davis Jr.'s book if he had written one when he was alive.
Why?
Because he'd probably been around and done a lot of shit. That's what I'm interested in. Somebody who's been around and seen some stuff.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody whose book I would
Oh,
read.
Richard Pryor. I would totally read Richard Pryor's.
I would read Richard Pryor's. I would read Eddie Murphy's.
Yeah.
Again, you're going
I might.
comedians now.
They're also actors.
Yeah, but they're mostly comedian.
Yeah, but I mean, Eddie Murphy has had an interesting life, right? I mean, he did Saturday Night Live, rose to fame, had a brief music career,
Yep.
got involved with drugs, the thing with the transvestites or whatever the fuck that was about, and kind of the dip down from fame after that. Had the resurgence with Dreamgirls. I mean, there's an interesting arc there for Eddie Murphy. I would read that book. That might be interesting. Anybody else we would throw into this I would read their book category?
Maybe Gary Busey. Just because it would be insane.
I mean, that's the extreme, right? It's either interesting arc to their lives, to contributed to world events, to batshit fucking insane crazy,
Right.
right? There's your Gary Busey, Charlie Sheen, and every other drugged and
Right.
coked out rock star.
We said I'm not reading Charlie Sheen's though.
No, but that's it. That's the other category. It's
Yeah.
fucking
Train wrecks and comedy.
train wrecks and comedy. Yeah. Those seem to be the four categories. World events, fucking comedians.
Or somebody it's just so incongruous that you wouldn't expect it, right? Like I told you, I read Richard Feynman's books. I think they're fantastic. He's a motherfucking scientist, or was. He's dead now.
He did now.
Yep.
Yeah, but there's a guy who contributed to society.
Yeah, but he's talking about not tricks, but techniques that he discovered that worked to get women to sleep with you back in like the 1940s and 50s.
That's a contribution to society.
I didn't think that stuff happened back then, but he's talking all about it, how he makes it happen. I'm like, holy shit, dude.
He was negging chicks.
You're a brilliant scientist. No, he wasn't negative. He's just like, it's hard to describe. It wasn't negative like the game or any book like that. It was just, so like a woman would, like sit at his table or whatever and ask like, hey, can I have a drink or can I have champagne? He's like, yeah, sure. You're paying for it. Just something simple like that, right? Like you can have whatever you want because you're the one paying for it. I'm not buying you a drink. And then they would be all over that.
That sounds like.
Or he would straight up ask him. He's like, if I buy you a drink, will you sleep with me? And
That's a good way to do
so
it, man. Don't make
when
it. Don't make it
when
like.
they say yes, they did. And when they said no, he didn't bother. I'm like, damn, dude.
That guy's got balls.
Well, he's dead, so
We had balls.
He had balls.
Had
He
balls.
did.
Had balls.
he's my hero.
What did we learn about celebrity autobiographies, Z-Man?
It's all about the name recognition.
Name recognition. Even at that. fucking-
Names sell.
Names sell, I guess. Ganthor, what'd you learn?
Don't even bother
I don't even bother.
reading or writing.
Wipe your butt with it.
Good one.
Yeah, what did I learn? I learned, oh shit. I don't know. What did I learn?
What'd you learn, Spear?
I don't know. I learned that nobody should be reading these things, and the fact that anybody does only continues to perpetuate why any of these fucktards are popular in the first place. And that there's no fucking way that Justin Bieber should have a goddamn autobiography at 16 years of age. Fuck that guy.
Yep. I'm with you.
Fuck the Biebers. So if you've ever read one of these things, why don't you go ahead and let us know on the Facebook page, facebook.com/4listeners or 4listeners.com. I would love to know if any of you guys out there listening to this podcast have read an autobiography, something you liked, or even something that you couldn't power through, go ahead and let us know. You can check out the show on Stitcher Radio or on iTunes. Just search for 4Listeners or we'll pop right on up. And you can tweet at us on the Twitters at 4Listeners. We thank you for checking us out this week, and we hope that you will check us out again next week. Thanks a bunch, everybody.
You're so vain. I bet you think this song is about you. Don't you? Don't you? Don't you?
Well, it's not even
Yeah,
like
would
it's
you-
all
would you-
engineered. What is it that I wanted? Yeah.
Where did you go?
Come back
to your mic.
microphone, buddy.
What?
Come back to your
Come back
mic.
to the microphone.
It was all in my mouth, dude. If it was any closer, you'd have heard my stomach gurgle.
Well, you faded away there. You went away.
That's because I couldn't really think of how to finish my thought.
Oh.
Carly, Simon,
I got to split C,
Wayne,
dudes.
All right, Ganthor.
All right, Larry.
Come on.
Can't find the button.
Yeah.
You can do it.
You can do it, Ganthor.
It's the red one.
Just find the big phone button, hit click on it.
There you go.